Yo, yo, I'm back. What's up, everyone? No. Yo, yo. Nope. Alright. Guess I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna try and keep this short because, the attention span of most people isn't really that long. I know mine isn't. And also, there's a new episode of The Mandalorian that just came out. Basically, yeah. Where do I start? Did I intend to travel the world when I quit my job? No. But it just kind of happened, like life goes on, it's the flow of life. It just happened, and it was just... Dude, I really don't like talking to the camera, especially when it's just me. It sucks. I don't miss this part at all. Yeah, so basically I did quit my job. I was miserable. I joined the union straight out of high school, so I was an 18-year-old, and my whole mindset was just work. Like, work now so I can have fun later. And, like, that just turned around and bit me in the ass hard. I was so... I wasn't actually gonna cry. I got choked up there. No, but, like, yeah, I was miserable. I was miserable when I was in the union. Not because I didn't like the work. I didn't mind the work. Like, I did trade work all my life. And this was honestly, the operators union was the easiest trade physically, because you just sat in a machine and ran the machine. I mean, I was probably doing it for like 2 years. I never had time to see my friends, my family, my girlfriend at the time. I barely saw her, because to put this into perspective, when I left the union, I was working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day for 3 months. And that was kind of normal. That was just the schedule I was on. And some people might get lucky and not work that, but most of the time as an operator, you have to be the first one there and the last one there, because every other union needs the machine for some reason, so you got to be there to run it. But there was other times where I was on night shift for 9 months, where I was just doing 8 to 4 a.m., and it was just crazy. I was miserable because I didn't have time to do what I wanted. Like, I flipping is what I love. I didn't have time to do it anymore. And then one day, got out of work, bought a plane ticket to Cali, and like things just changed from there. I guess that's when you could say I became a influencer. I never really considered myself an influencer. I'm just a dude who posts. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, went out there, and this is when I met Korn, this dude, for the first time after only knowing him off Instagram. But the reason I went out there was because of Solomon, my boy who I grew up with, and he's killing the game right now too. Yeah, I went out there, and then like everything just changed. I mean, they like all posted me on their stories and pages trying to get me to a higher following. And like before that, I was never posting on Instagram really. I was just flipping to flip, and like I posted sometimes. It was mainly on Facebook that I posted. Yeah, so then my first trip out to Cali, I come back to Boston with 2,000 followers, which at the time was a big deal. It was. Instagram was still like kind of, growing, and like for me to get 2,000 followers, I was like, wow, that's wild. And at that time, not having any clue how social media worked, I was like, dude, I'm an influencer. I made it. I'm there. But yeah, wasn't really there. Yeah, I tried starting a clothing line from the 2,000 followers. Terrible idea. Still have all of those clothes. Never really tried selling them because anyways, but then I came back to the union, and it was back to that like every day just like bullshit. So I was kind of fed up with it. I quit. And then when I quit, I was like, yo, I have all this money. I'm trying to live now. Like I was in there for like 2 years. And to me, I was like, yo, I just wasted 2 years. Let me get it back. And like, I just started traveling. Like I went back to Cali. I got to restart this whole over again. Yeah, no. So then basically I was like, I'm going to travel. I went back to Cali, went back to Texas. Fuck, dude, I keep fucking up the order. Holy. Back to Cali. From Cali, I went to Australia. Australia to Fiji. Fiji to Australia. All over Australia. I was there for 2 months. It was amazing. I really, really want to go back to Australia. Love it there. Australia, back to Cali. Then from Cali to Texas. Texas to Boston. For one night, I was gone for 6 months. For one night, came back home, dropped off majority of my stuff, and then went back to Texas. And then that was it. And then after that, I was literally just like every 2 weeks, I'd take a plane to Texas, then to Cali, then back to Boston, and then I'd go Cali, Texas, Boston. Like I was just like on this triangle rotation, and it gave me an opportunity to meet so many dope people, and like out in LA, most people know that's where like everyone goes that's an influencer and does all that. Dope place. You honestly get to meet so many cool people. You got to find the cool people hidden in the fake people, because like just like any world, you can be in the business world, in the union, construction world. You can be a teacher in a school. There's got to be the fakes. There's got to be people who put a smile or whatever. But like the people I met were genuine people and they were dope. And I just feel like in the flipping community, honestly, like there's a lot of genuine people more than fake people. Like you don't really find too many fake people in the flipping community. So that was like a dope thing. Then my boy Z moved out to Cali. What's funny about it is that we both had been going to Cali back and forth, but at totally different times, and we've never been in LA at the same time. You probably know what Grav is, but then Grav started, and then that was like the first time that Z and I were in LA at the same time, and it was like dope to have that experience. I've gone out to LA with Sean too. He'll hit me up the train, bro. I'm so lazy though. I'm so lazy. And Sean, if you're watching this and you made it this far, bro, one day I'm not gonna be that lazy. But yeah, fast forward, I'm kind of working with Grav and like getting my foot in like the influencer world and like how everything runs and like growing my account too, because I think at this point I'm at like 16K maybe on Instagram, and so like I'm like learning all that because like we were working with some big names, and like I was still new to it. Like they've been doing this, and like I was still like new to this, but I say but a lot, huh? But from working with them, I got to meet even more people. I had an opportunity to move out to LA with Z and Chris. Like we were planning it, but my mind was still stuck on that old school, like find a job that has like the benefits, the salary, like you're going to be working. Like I wasn't gambling with life, I guess. At this point I wasn't gambling cuz like I applied for a job back in Boston, which was looking very promising to get that job. Then COVID hit. Just smacked me right in the face. COVID hit. Literally, it was within a 4-day period. After this was like a year long. Okay, so sorry. Backtrack. I thought it was going to be a short period of time for the interview, but the interview process took basically a year. And like that's no exaggeration. I was going for that safety job, like salary, benefits. I wasn't gambling with life, like I said. And like my boy Z did that and made it. Like he grinded. Like Z was grinding. And like honestly, I do wish that I stayed out there with him. Yeah, so then basically like I was saying, COVID hit. And within a 4-day period was when I was supposed to know if I got the job or didn't get the job. Within those 4 days. And I think it was like the second day to it being the last day of knowing, COVID shut everything down. Like businesses were going down, like they were closing. So there was no new hiring going on. And then that left me in a very place. And I was like, well, then I don't know what to do from here. We all thought it was a joke at first, it's going to be 2 weeks and gone, but, it just kept prolonging itself. So then looking back at it, I'm now like, yo, I wish I stayed in LA and grinded like Z was grinding. Like, honestly, my dude is grinding and he made it. He made a name for himself. He's up there now. He's doing good. This same job, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hearing back from again within the next couple of months. But, like, moving to LA is, like, on my mind. And, like, moving to LA is, like, when I say I'm going to move to LA, I don't really mean, like, I'm going to move to LA and, like, hop on other people's success. Because, like, I don't with that. Like, I don't care how strong of a friendship I have with anyone. If they've, like, made it morally, it just feels so wrong for me to come there and be like, yo, you made it. I'm going to hop on that with you. Like, if I go to LA, like, I'm just going to do me. Like, I'm going to start from wherever I am and do me. I'm going to ask for help. That, like, no one should be scared to ask for help. That's for sure. But, like, I'm not going to go there and just expect to hop on someone else's success. And, like, I don't ever want to come off like that. So, like, if I do move out to LA, just know that, like, I'm not going out there to be a bum off of someone else's success, because, like, a lot of the people out there that I know are doing so well. And, like, that's just kind of what's motivating me to do better. That's also seeing their success and their grind is what's motivated me to create that out in Boston. Now, in Boston, getting the content that I want to get is not as easy as LA. LA is like everyone's filming, everyone's getting that content, and it's just like, it's a different style of content out in LA that, like, that's the type of content I get. That's what I film, that's what my editing style is, and that's how, like, the vlogs would go or the edits would go. But out in Boston, it's just much harder. People are on a completely different wavelength in Boston. So what I'm trying to do is adapt to the Boston way of life and create content that way. So there's going to be like a switch in my content style, but still staying true to me, if that makes any sense. I know I've just been rambling on, but, like, whatever. I mean, I guess this is this slight life story of why I quit my job and where I'm trying to get in life now. A couple of things I'm working on, like, I'm doing a podcast for one. I'm working on starting another channel that's, like, not really parkour, flipping, free running based. It's more a I'll run, like, the mock intro that we're working on right now. So short explanation is basically the three of us, each person picks a spot they want to go to. We put it in a random generator. Whichever spot gets picked, we go there and we vlog it. There really isn't much left to say except I quit my job so I can live a happier life. Like, money isn't everything. Like, money is nice, but money isn't everything. To do what you love, and, like, honestly, that will inspire others. Go out there and create dope stuff on a more constant level too, because if you watch any of my old YouTube videos, I'm gonna start it off with, like, the whole, like, it's been a while, I'm gonna try and get back more into it, and then, like, I don't, because, like, the motivation was lost when I stopped traveling, because, like, my motivation came from traveling, and then COVID kind of stopped all that. But, like, now I'm finding new motivation. And I guess last words would be shout out to Z for inspiring me. Shout out to Sean for inspiring me, because that dude grinds as well. I mean, my dude is always training. I wish I was training like that, and I'm going to try and train like that. Really, those two dudes, like, the two dudes that I grew up with are the two dudes who are, like, re-inspiring me to go back to my roots, which is, like, honestly dope. Like, they're dope friends, and they're real. They're real as which is, like, the main thing. But, I guess, subscribe to follow, to hold me to it. I don't know. Do what you want, but subscribe, for sure. The button's right there. You can do it. I know you can. But, yeah. Peace. It's been real.